Okay, good morning. My name is Rubén Darío Lugo Alvarez, and I'm a student at UNAC. And this is the second activity of the subject, language and culture. And here I'm carrying out an interview with my colleague Andreina Villamizar. Um, and we're gonna have a conversation about language and culture. So we have a certain number of questions, to discuss about culture and languages in general, not only in Colombia but all around the world. Welcome, Andreina. Thank you very much for your collaboration.
Okay, you're welcome.
Question number one. What is the influence of culture in the process of a foreign language process?
Okay, the influence is mostly about knowing a different group of people, a different society, and well, cultural or is some of the characteristics that those people have and that describe themselves. So it's like their identity.
Great. So it's like every different region has a specific culture that identifies them, right?
Exactly.
Good. Question number two. How do you involve culture in the strategies you use in your English classes?
Well, I involve comparison mostly. I teach little kids elementary school, so I try to compare some of the attitudes, behavior, and habits that mostly Anglophone cultures have, different from our own culture, so they can understand better what they do different from us, and well, try to be tolerant and be like really inviting with the different behavior.
Fantastic. Yeah, because even here in Colombia, we have different cultures, different regions and different, ways of thinking, different ways of acting, and so tolerance is very important. I really liked that answer. Does Colombia have good cultural process in education?
Well, speaking about foreign language, it is up to the teacher. So there is no structure or something that is established that we should follow. It's up to the teacher to add those aspects in the process. So it's not very good.
But I mean, it would be fantastic if if the Ministry of Education really implements, that kind of, processes. Speaking about culture and languages.
Of course.
Great. What do you consider are the most important elements to success in the implementation of culture and foreign languages in the classroom today?
Okay, well, the elements to success is begin like with comparisons, as I said before, and try to make the little kids understand that there are different people, different habits, different behaviors from
Right,
from
right.
our own behavior, and that is the most important thing, that they understand, they are aware of the presence of different cultures, so it's not a shock when they know those different cultures.
Absolutely, I totally agree. Next question. What are the appropriate ages for a child to begin with the learning process of different cultures?
Well, since day one, I guess it's really important to make them aware of the differences that are in the world, I guess, nowadays, because, well, it's really important for the kids now to be tolerant. It's something that they need to learn since day one in learning processes.
Right. Is Colombia ready for that kind of process, learning process, and new challenges in life?
Well, from my experience in my everyday teaching process, I can say that is changing. Not from the organizations, not from from the parameters that we have to follow, but from little kids.
Great.
And their behavior in classes, their behavior with their classmates, and how they understand the world.
And shouldn't that, I mean, don't you think, shouldn't that start from home?
Yes, but it's really difficult because there is like a confrontation with generations. So sometimes what a grandmother or grandfather thinks is not what the little kid thinks.
Right.
So it's going to be like a really hard process, but I guess we are starting with that.
And one of the last questions that I have for you, are foreign languages important in the learning of a new culture?
Of course. And
Why?
Because when we learn about a different culture, one of their main aspects or elements is language.
Right.
Language is like your identification. You can identify sometimes to what culture one person belongs by the language that he or she speaks. So it is really a really important element in culture.
Right. Well, as far as we can see, culture and languages, we can say that go hand in hand, and they belong together, in the growth of a society and the world we're living in today. Thank you so very much for your cooperation, and I really appreciate your opinions, being shared with us. And thank you all too. God bless you. Goodbye.